Welcome, Devil Sniper here, and this is season number 1, episode number 8 of our career mode with West Ham United. As you can see, our next game to play is at home against Everton, which is going to be a really tough game. Everton are a really decent side, plus they have Lukaku on loan. But that aside, what is coming later in the series? Well, I'm going to start bringing back the training. I'm going to start bringing in the training and start adding it into the videos and start giving you the additional content that we all love and adore. Hopefully, as we progress through the season, we'll start getting more youth players joining our youth squad, and we can start doing some reviews on them, which will be pretty cool, some good fun, and just generally do what we used to do, and that's just have fun with this career mode. Anyway, let's get a crack on. Let's get right into this episode. So, as you know, we are at home to Everton, which is going to be a tough game. They're a formidable side. The league table is not looking as hunky-dory as we would like it. 4 games, 2 victories and 2 losses, +3 and only 6 points. That puts us 11th in the table, which is just not good enough. I really do want probably a top 10, top 7, top 6 finish. I think that's an absolute must, and that's what I hope to deliver. Higher would be fantastic, but we'll just have to wait to see. As you see, if we start off really brightly, Morrison get the ball to Carroll. Carroll will knock it out to Jarvis. Jarvis trying to pull a cross back, but it comes to big Andy Carroll. He pulls it back for none other than Diame. He takes the shot, and it's just wide of that post, literally just wide. But that's the old Diame that I remember from FIFA 13, and it's great to see on FIFA 14 he's exactly the same. He's just a big, powerful house. Pienaar with a header down to our keeper Adrian. And it was a simple save, but Marky Noble picking up the ball, being absolutely sensational all season so far. His passing is just amazing. Knocking it into Diame. Diame with some silky tricks, knocking it out to Rat, as I like to call him, Roland Rat. He's fantastic as a left back. Into Noble, Noble into Carroll. Carroll, look at him. Oh, he's playing like an absolute gem. Works the ball in his left foot, goes for that shot. Unfortunately, it's a good save by the Everton goalkeeper. Sirigu, yes, Sirigu. Sirigu, of all people, from Paris Saint-Germain. It was a shock transfer. Took me by surprise, but hey-ho, congratulations to Everton for capturing such a great goalkeeper. Half-time, the score is West Ham United 0, Everton 0. Not the most exciting of first halves, not the most exciting of games in general. A very competitive game, a little bit like a chess match. We were just cancelling each other out. We were 2 moves ahead of each other at times, and it showed with the scoreline at half time. But second half, I want the boys to go out there and be a little bit more aggressive in the attacking play and have a little bit more presence. As you see, a great ball from Andy Carroll into Diame. Breezes past the Everton centre-back, goes for the shot, great save by Sirigu, but unfortunately he manages to regain it as Downing was going in for the simple header. He just couldn't get there in time, but Downing picking up the ball, knocking it over the top into Andy Carroll. Look at his strength, a little bit of pace, a little bit more pace than Diston, but unfortunately he doesn't make the most of it, and then Sirigu slaps him down to the floor. I thought that should have been a penalty, but that's just me being biased because I want the 3 bloody points at the end of the day. But look at Winston Reid, he's been sensational, picking up the ball, showing determination, showing grit, plays a fantastic ball into Andy Carroll. Andy Carroll breaks into the box, left foot shot, and again, a world-class save from Sirigu. He looks like an absolute bargain for Everton. I mean, it was a shot capture from Paris Saint-Germain, but he is really living up to his billing. He's sensational. A little bit too much space, but Byram there with a great tackle. Good, solid defensive work there, I have to say. The boys are doing really well, but a bit of a gift. Yes, that was a bit of a gift. We were lucky to get away with that, but I felt we should have cleared it a little bit earlier, and we didn't. But Andy Carroll gets booked, and I was a little bit aggrieved by this because I feel it's a solid challenge. Nothing really wrong with that challenge, in my personal opinion. He's just showing good amount of determination, grit, and some would say he was a little bit overzealous. I disagree, but unfortunately, the game ended 0-0, which is a big disappointment, but at the same time I'm happy to take a point from Everton because Everton are a side that play good football under Martinez. They're picking up results left, right and centre, so a 0-0 draw for me at this moment in time, I will take it. It's better than a loss, and as you can see, the game was quite competitive, evenly matched. We only had 4 shots with 2 on target, 48% possession. Everton had 52% possession, they had 7 shots, 4 on target, and it was just generally a really good game. But my man of the matches personally, Marky Noble in 3rd place. I mean, he had passes 10 and 10. He was sensational. Ravel Morrison is coming along fantastically. He was in 2nd place, but Tompkins was just a tank. He had 12 passes, 10 completed, and 2 huge tackles, which could have saved us potentially conceding goals. But he was an absolute tank, and that's the way I like him. As you can see, the fans are lapping up Byram shirts, which is fantastic. It's so good to bring a player in and shirt sales go up. It's just fantastic. And same with Andy Carroll. He's starting to put in some good performances, and his shirt sales are going up, which is great because we did outlay, or I should say, Big Sam outlaid a huge amount of money on him, and we need to recoup that. So shirt sales are fantastic. Keep buying those shirts. Keep buying those shirts. As you can see, we're playing Crystal Palace, and this is in the Capital One Cup. And I have changed up the team because I want to put in players who aren't always going to be getting regular games. It's nice to mix the team up and give the boys a bit of a chance. So as you saw, we've got Collins and Sorensen at centre-back, and Will Hughes and Samras are playing, which is fantastic. I think they're decent players, especially Will Hughes. I'm looking to see how he handles himself against a Premier League side. I know Crystal Palace are newly promoted from a Championship, but still at the end of the day, they are a Premiership side, so hopefully he'll have a big game. But Joey O'Brien playing the ball forward into Will Hughes, of all people, and he lashes forward on that left-hand side. He has got a really gifted left foot. If you give him an opportunity, he will take it, and that's a great ball in. What a fantastic cross into Vazte. Vazte, with the simplest of headers, I think he'll have all season after 10 minutes, gives us a beautiful and well-deserved 1-0 lead. But Palace are a decent side. They're very good on the counter-attack, and they've got Puncheon on loan from Southampton, who's a bit of a handful at times. Great ball in, but look at that solid defensive header. Absolutely fantastic. Ball comes to Nolan. Into Marky Noble. Marky Noble into Samras. Into Vazte. Vazte back into Samras. Samras through. One-on-one with the keeper. And what a huge save from Ward in the Crystal Palace goal. Absolutely huge save. But such great play from the boys, playing cultured football. And Vazte with an absolute biblical ball into Samras. Samras with a shot. And again, a fantastic save from the Crystal Palace goalkeeper, who I did call Ward, and his name's not actually Ward. That is, I believe, Ward is their fullback or their centre-back. So that's my apologies for that cock-up there. Samras on the corner. I don't know why I put Samras on the corner. It kept defaulting him to the corners, even though I had someone else lined up for the corners. But Sorensen with his first goal for the club after 41 minutes with a towering header. And I've got to say, I like him as a centre-back. He is really, really good. Great ball over the top there by Samras into Vazte, and Vazte is taken down. That was an absolutely disgusting challenge by the Crystal Palace player. You will see on the replay, he literally just sives him down. There's no intent to go for the ball by any stretch of the imagination. Look at that. That's an absolute disgrace. That's a career-ending challenge. Now, he could have broken his leg. Thankfully, he didn't. Vazte was perfectly fine, but up steps Mark Noble, the best taker of a penalty in English football. And, of course, he slots it home after 45 minutes to give us an unbelievable 3-0 lead. And a deserved 3-0 lead. We had been the better side for the first 45 minutes. Palace hadn't been involved in the game, and as you see, look, Will Hughes still getting there. He really did cover some ground in that first half, playing really, really well. Totally impressed me, and to be honest with you, he's showing what I invested the money in him. He's at this moment in time, he could be knocking on the door for a first team place, because that first 45 minutes was sensational. If he can keep it up for 90 minutes, it's a different story. But Noble picking up the ball on the right hand side as we change into Samras. Samras knocking it into Nolan. Nolan, the wily old cat, plays a beautiful ball forward into Vazte. Vazte using a little bit of strength there. Comes down to Joey Cole, who plays a sensational ball into Vazte. Vazte with a shot and a great save by the Crystal Palace goalkeeper. But the one thing I'm really enjoying is the fact the boys are playing such good cultured football. Passing and moving, picking out space, intelligent passing, intelligent movement, and that's a lot of it's to do with Mark Noble, who's just played a sensational ball over the top to none other than Will Hughes. We're in the 80th minute, and look at that determination and grit from Will Hughes. And he puts the cross in. Not the greatest cross, is his weaker foot, his right foot, but he's playing left centre midfield in a 4-3-3, I believe was playing the 4-3-3. So he covered some ground, some huge ground. Referee blew the final whistle. Not a great second half, but we've done all the work in the first half, taking a 3-0 lead. We took our foot off the accelerator, chilled out, and just strolled home. And as you can see, 11 shots, 10 on target, 53% possession. Crystal Palace, 2 shots, 0 on target, 47% possession. They're going to struggle in the Premier League with statistics like that. I know they had a bit of a change side, but there was a lot of first-team players within that team. And man of the match for me personally was Mark Noble. Absolutely sensational. 19 passes, 15 completed. Samras is second with 16 passes, 11 completed. I mean, 7 dribbling for 7 was fantastic. And Collins was an absolute tank at the other end. Alongside, of course, Sorensen, who really did impress me. And as you can see, shirt sales look like they're going up for Will Hughes, because he's just had a sensational game. Absolutely sensational game. And realistically, he probably could have been man of the match. But there's so many good performers on the pitch that it was really, really tough. But there we go. Anyway, guys, that's going to draw this episode to an end. And I'll catch you on Monday for episode number 9.
was more